same leg room here. In chemistry. Here we go, touchdown in Sevilla. It's good to be in a major city again. Let's go back in Spain. We got to the hostel, it was like 9 p.m. Went and did our stuff. Basically not much stuff in the kitchen, no one there, no one working there, entirely automated. To download an app for our key card, which is very strange. So start cooking, no microwave, apparently that blew up. So okay, go to the room, it's like 11 p.m. at this point, bed, dirty, sheets not being cleaned. There's no one to go to the reception. So we have to call some guy up and he's like, oh, well, you can make the bed yourself. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that at midnight, people are asleep. Or you can sleep in the other bed, which was made up in that room. There's no one in that, so you can sleep in there. So I was like, oh, okay, all right. So then I needed a shower. My towel stank like wet dog. Didn't really want to use it. And there's no one to collect towels from because no one works there, so. Then I went to sleep. When I woke up in the morning, the guy was like, there's some other random guy in the hostel was like, oh yeah, you slept in my bed last night. And I was like, well. So I told him the conversation I had on the phone. So the guy clearly on the phone lied to me and said, or just was incompetent, didn't know what to do. But all in all, bad experience in the hostel. Bad experience, very not social, nothing going on, nothing kicking off, but I think we need that. We need a dose of not many people, we need a dose of a bit of alone time. But some better weather would be welcomed, because it's been piss raining for the past week when I've been in places in the world where there's nothing to do apart from be in the sun and do cool things in the sun. These places are not equipped for cold and rain, because there's fuck all to do. However, I don't want to base my entire mood and the vibe of the trip on the weather because one cannot control that. So, we wield this and we make lemonade. The vibes couldn't have been more different over the past 2 days though. We've just come from a hostel where it was like being in my nan's living room with my entire family around me. We were jamming and playing songs together. I felt like I met the entire family. I felt like if I stayed there any longer, I'd be married to their daughter and live there for 20 years against my will. We came from that, and then we go into fucking RoboCop 2000 world, where you don't speak to another human when you're in the hostel. Everyone there's 45, third divorce, and they're living there to work and not speak to anyone. And don't look at me and be quiet when you come in. We went from those two binary options within the space of a few hours. One thing I noticed in northern Spain is that people basically look like white northern Europeans. They were quite short and stocky, the place I was at. Here it's very much more the stereotype where you'd expect Spanish people to look like and sound like. Alright, we just smashed the free walking tour. They're not free. They need to change the name because they're not free walking tours. the social pressure to pay is so unbelievably high that it's an almost impossibility to get away with not paying. Not that I want to do that. We pay what we think the fair value is. So I paid €7 for that one. But then when you're surrounded by like people in their 30s and 40s and rich families that give like 20, 50 euros, and you sit there, you're fumbling around for pocket change to give, you do feel a bit bad. Perhaps the most historically important part of this whole place is the fact that the dictator was filmed here, in that palace over there. 2-hour walking tour, and that's what I remembered. Not really feeling that great the past couple of days. My energy levels have been very low, and I've been really just not wanting to do anything. I just kind of want to hang around the hostel. I didn't really want to go out and do the walking tour stuff, which is such a shame, and I'm really struggling to control that. Like even this workout, I'm forcing myself to go on it. I really don't want to go, and usually I can't wait to go to the gym, and I'm really excited about it. But the past couple of days it's really strange. Not having the best of times right now. Trying to consider what the stimulus could be, really. It's not sleep, because we've been sleeping really well the past couple of nights. Initially I thought it was food. I thought, because of the budget, we're not getting the nutrition on point. We're missing out in some protein on micronutrients. But so I've cleaned up my diet the past couple of days. Been eating very well. It doesn't seem to have affected much in terms of my energy levels and mood. It can't be that. The only thing I can think of is potentially cutting back on alcohol, stopping drinking. Maybe this is an effect of that. Okay, so we're in Tirana now. Very different vibes so far. It's very like a worker environment. You can tell it's obviously a lot poorer. People are just living their life, doing normal jobs, which is nice. It's cool to see the full, both sides of the city like this. Orange trees as well, everywhere here. Whatever you do, don't pick the oranges and eat them, because they're extremely sour and basically inedible. I don't know if it's the season, but a lot of these oranges are used for things like perfume and wine. Alright, so we just walked for an hour and a half through Spanish wasteland to find this gym. Finally got here. Yeah, bro. Alright, did the workout. I'm not going to go through it in depth like I did in the last video, but did some one-arm chin-up variations. I went for the one-arm chin-up today. I haven't done this in a while. But we tried to go for it, and we failed. We were close. This is the closest we've come. Back's looking quite lean as well in the videos. And we went down to some like 3-finger and 2-finger chin-ups to get some volume in. But next time, hopefully we're gonna see how close we can get to it. We're getting viciously close. And then we did a little bit of leg work, did some pistol squats. To be honest, I'll be honest, I don't take legs that seriously. I mean, there's more bang for your buck you can get from other muscle groups, in my opinion. However, it is important to keep it balanced, because no one wants to be that guy with untrained legs and a trained upper body that doesn't look good. So we just try and focus on, just try and keep them proportionate. So I did a couple exercises there. Then I finished off with some commando pull-ups. I don't think I'll show, because I completely messed up the volume with them, but just to pump up the biceps. And then we did a little bit of abs, which I'm going to film at the end. Okay, we've run into ratatouille cheesecake. I mean, I like ratatouille and I like cheesecake. So I guess on paper, I'd like whatever this place sells. I mean, it looks pretty good. Alright friends, on the way to eat some bull, going to a restaurant, we'll find a toro, eat the toro. 6:30, the kitchen's closed, they're not serving food, and they don't open until 8:45 to start cooking the food. It's killing me, man. It's killing me. Mate, all the restaurants are closed and not serving food, and I'm so hungry. I don't know what to do. I thought it was a bit of a meme. About this in Spain, about opening late. And it was like, oh, this happened to me once in one place. But it's everywhere I'm searching for. I said, is the kitchen open for like meals? And she looks at me like this. What? I was like, are you guys serving food right now? Because I'd like to eat. And she was like, all right, come on, 8:45 is fucking insane. To open the kitchen as well, like that's the earliest time. That's just outrageous. I mean, come on, Spain, come on, fix your shit. 8:45, 9 p.m. That's way too late to eat. And they have light dinners here as well. Also, fuck that. Fuck having light dinners. Apologies for language, parents, family members if you're hearing this, but fuck that. Not have light dinners. You have a massive dinner, a big piece of meat. You feel full and you sleep really well. You don't have big lunch or big breakfast. It's not how we do things. It's not how it's done. It's why nothing gets done in this country, because they eat big meals in the morning and they're just lazing around the whole day because they're too full. No, eat light during the day. Stay active, you stay productive, you get stuff done, and then you pig out in the evening, you relax and chill. That's how it's done. We made it. Perdón, ¿puedo tener una mesa? ¿Para uno? Comer? Yeah, para uno. Un segundito. Obviously, not perfect at all, right, as a joke, but the woman was very nice. I wish she really appreciated the effort, I can tell. But we're learning, we're getting better. We're getting better in Spanish. Now the bowl's arrived. Let's try this. First bite. Oh my god. So good. Here we got this traditional tocino de fierro from Andalusia. It's so good. Oh my god. That oxtail was some of the best meat I've ever eaten in my entire life. And trust me, I've been to some places. That was incredible. I also tried that traditional dessert. I can't remember what it's called already, but I can probably see it on the screen. Maybe if I remember to put it in. That was okay. It was a bit sickly, it wasn't the best. But we tried it, and it's from Andalusia, where we are. So we tried that, wasn't so good, tasted like egg. Very eggy yolky, not that sweet. But somehow very, very sickly. I don't know how it works, but that wasn't great. However, you win some, you lose some. Net, unbelievable, that meat.
Yeah, I forgot. But I memorized all.
I'm backing away from this hostel, and this looks the most sus thing in the world. This is called Secret Pouch, and then inside I have this, which is washing detergent. If anyone finds this, oh my god, I'm gonna be in a Romanian prison for the rest of my life.
Ah, mira, el hotel, aquel no es el...
Some Eyes Wide Shut type trip. I know this place was a mosque and a church, but it couldn't be more cathedral-like and Christian on the inside. The tower is very Arabic, very Muslim architecture, but that cathedral is just like every other cathedral. I have a special guest on these little videos soon when I go to Barcelona. Which reminds me, I also will get some paella as well. I like how this has just turned into a food tour of the world, which is not the intention, but it's a big part of what I'm interested in, so. I'm giving this ticket and then I'm going to wait until my number's called on the screen. Alright, we're trying to do a day trip to Cadiz here. Trying to get the train, but of course there's no way to buy a seat reservation on any electronic system. So we have to turn up to this place, some kind of Argos type situation where I have to print a ticket to be seen by a human. And now we're waiting and we're probably going to miss the train because of this Spanish inefficiency. Turn up 20 minutes with 20 minutes to spare, and even so I reckon we're going to probably miss this because there's so many people here waiting to be seen. Excuse me, sir, do you speak English? No, I need to buy a ticket for the Cadiz train. This is not... I know, but I'm going to miss my train. I need to buy a ticket. I don't understand. No problemo. Okay, whatever. Right, this is literally a joke. Wait there for 20... Welcome back, by the way, to me complaining into a camera about Spain. But I literally can't buy a ticket and my train is in 5 minutes. We turned up 25 minutes early, couldn't get seen. I don't know if you heard me speaking to that guy. Right, so we're gonna try and get on the train anyway. This is an absolute joke. Alright, so we made it. There was no ticket guy, no one checked my stuff, and there was no barrier. So we did the whole way. A man's solitary voyage continues, and I'm now on the way to Granada in a few days. Back to my familiar stomping ground. I mean, the fact that they have this button anyway says a lot. That's just Spain though, baby, that's just Spain. You rock up an hour early to try and buy a ticket to the train station, then you got to turn up to the platform 30 minutes early to go through security. Everything takes so long. And we just tried to book our tickets. I say we, I mean me, by the way. I say we because I like to implicate the viewer, whoever is watching this, but I understand it can be confusing. There's no one else here. It's just me on this trip. Back to the point. I just went to try and book the Alhambra tickets because I'm a good boy and you need to do these things in advance. Everyone tells me, oh, you need to get them in advance. You can't just turn up and buy them. So I was very good, went on the website to buy them, and it's completely full for 2 weeks. Alright, so I'm doing a hike in Granada. Top of the world, baby.
Eso también, 1, 2 y 3.
No. We are now walking the hot mountainous streets to one of the most touristy viewpoints right now. All these people, just like me. And I'm literally strolling around. Granada is an unbelievable place though. I think it's my favourite place in South Spain. Of the places I've been in my life, Barcelona, Sevilla, Granada has to be the top. Really enjoying the whole Islamic vibes. We're walking through the Muslim neighbourhood right now. It's just unbelievable. It's so beautiful. The weather's great, the view's incredible, history's rich. People are friendly. Very, very different vibes in relation to Sevilla. There are some places that I've visited in my life that just strike me as completely themselves and completely different from anywhere else. Good examples being Rome. There's nowhere like it. There's nowhere that should try to be like it. Other places, I suppose Paris could maybe fit in that, London. But Granada fits firmly in that category as well. There's nowhere like it that I've ever been in my life. We're in the Al Baysin neighbourhood, which as mentioned is the historically Muslim neighbourhood. Granada was the last city to be reclaimed by the Christians in Spain in around, I think, 1500s. That's probably completely wrong, but this is me attempting history. But basically what happened is, okay, South Spain's near North Africa, so it was historically Christian, Spain, still is, but the Muslims invaded from North Africa at some point and it took this place for 700 years. And then slowly the Christians reclaimed each city in Spain. And Granada was the last. And Alhambra was a mosque / church after it was reclaimed. This way. Okay. See the blood all over the floor? Fucking hell. It's been ushered away. Silly tourist walks through a crime scene. Almost ruins evidence of the hell. I don't know how much of that you saw, but we walked down that side street and there was a lot of commotion, so I tried to capture it on film. And there was all those little numbered cards all over the floor, like in a detective scene from a film. And there was blood all over the floor. And I almost walked through it all until the Spanish man came up, literally grabbed me by the arm and ushered me away. I think someone was probably murdered there, so... And we paid 19 euros for the Alhambra, which is a good purchase. That's a good trade. From everything I've heard, it's the reason to be here. It's their biggest thing. And it's one of my wonders of the world. Big words, considering I've not been there yet, but it's on the Andefos list of the wonders of the world. I've not even been there. It's worth 20 euros. We're doing well on the budget. It's all relative, however. I've been very good with my purchases, but there's always someone who manages to spend less. It does it in a more thrifty way, and will look at me and think, God, you're spending a lot. And there's always someone who can't believe how cheaply I've been doing these things. Neither are correct. There is only what happens. However, I shall give you the raw data to make your own mind up. Alright, I'm going to reveal the secrets here. So, we obviously couldn't get Alhambra tickets, as discussed, in the train station. But I've been a little bit sneaky boy. Did a little bit of digging. And if you log on at midnight onto the Alhambra website, they put tickets on sale for the next day, which haven't been sold, or I managed to snag myself one for today. We say no to planning. We don't plan ahead. And we still win. Hair update, which I know everyone is vying to hear. As you can see, it's getting longer. I'm growing my hair. hence why it looks utterly repulsive 99% of the time. We had a little headband for a while to try and train it, but I snapped it. In a hurry to leave, so that's gone. So right now I'm stuck with this. But we believe in the process. It looked ugly for a while, and then it looks luscious. Damn, steep hill. It's almost like they didn't want this place to be attacked. Something else I learned as well. See this exterior of the Alhambra that used to be completely white limestone, very much like the buildings over there, but over time it was decayed. But the North Africans, when they invaded, they put limestone on a lot of these buildings. Don't know why, I can't remember that detail. just again, more regurgitated free walking tour wisdom. Look at that contrast. Snowy Granadan mountains, hot palm trees. How is this Spain? How? This video has captured the full spectrum of the travels, from the lows and the complaints of Seville to the highs and beauty and the awe of Granada. We've had it all. We've had crime, we've had death, we've had beauty, we've had life, we've had hiking, we've had rain, we've had boredom, we've had food, we've had hunger. Seems like I should say something very wise to reflect on this whole trip so far. However, I will conclude this video here. It's been an interesting time in South Spain so far. We have a conclusion that will come, which will be Catalonia soon. However, I'm going to end this video here. We've seen lots in Seville, seen lots in Granada. We've seen lots on the trip so far. I'm actually going to put a map on the screen right now on the route I've taken so far. And kind of the loose plan is to move from here back up into France to allow us to move into Italy and then across to the Balkans. And then to end the Europe leg in Turkey. And I hope I can share some honest insight into these places with you, filtered through my idiocy. But thanks for watching.